Hello everyone and welcome back to another speed build. So we're not going to jump in just yet. We're going to be renovating the Myshuno Meadows Park today. So I thought I would give you a little tour. So it's kind of neat. You've got these like gardens in the front, and then you come up these ramps, which might actually be a little steep. I don't know. And then you come in and there's like a fountain. And then in here there's like some sort of reception area. It looks like it's mostly meant for weddings. Upstairs, same kind of thing. If we come outside, we do have a telescope over here. And then we follow this back. There's like a little fountain area. There is a like wedding area over here. And then we've got a little gazebo and we've got another little fountain. So I kind of want to keep the same layout, just maybe make it a little bit nicer, a little bit fancier. Maybe a little bit more full as well. So jump right into the speed build. We start off by deleting literally everything. I was originally going to just like reallocate the space a little bit and like kind of keep the original existing layout. And then I actually looked at it and I was like, this is the most hideous thing I've ever seen in my life. So I quickly realized that I should just bulldoze it. So that's what we do. And then from here, because the lot is so big, I end up doing this thing that I do in a lot of builds actually that are really big, where I will take this little fence from base game and actually lay out what outdoor space, like what spaces the outdoor activities are going to take up. I do this a lot in parks, and this kind of is a park, but I end up doing it specifically with like big builds. So parks or like mansions or something, unless I have like a really clear idea of what I want. And in this case, I did not know. I did not have like a very clear idea when I started. So right now you'll see that we have like 7 boxes and then we have the like actual building. I did want to have an actual building because the original had one. If I sound a little bit weird today, it's because I'm actually in my living room. I'm recording this right after the previous video. So I am still in my living room. I don't know why, but I couldn't focus in my office. So we are here. Anyway, so we now have like a general kind of layout of what the lot is going to look like. And I'm just replacing all of these like little fences with this fence. It's from base game and I actually really like it. I think it's cute and they added swatches to it a few years ago now, but ever since then it's been kind of like it's been one of my favorite builds. Fences, not builds. And then we're just putting this up on a foundation. And I actually end up really liking how this looks. I do, initially I was like, this is a little bit weird. And it kind of, initially, it looks a little bit like bunny wings or something. But I think it worked out really well. And this ends up being predominantly like for weddings, but I feel like that's okay because honestly, if like the wedding pack would be really cool to have a wedding on this lot. So if you have it, this could work. I think you can have a wedding here. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure you can have a wedding here. And then most of the time, my Sims usually just have a wedding at like their house. So anyway, we do have like a little area for your Sims to get married. And then each area, both sides are basically the same. Um, so, I mean, actually, they're like almost identical. So there's not exactly a lot to do on this lot except get married. But if you ever want to come here, you can get married and also paint and play a lot of chess. That's about it. That's all you can really do here. There's no pool. It's not very kid friendly. It is definitely not infant friendly. Um, so yeah, not interesting, but it's here if you want it. Um, and, and it is a pretty place to get married. Like I definitely think that if you have a reason to come here, it would be to get married. So honestly, I wouldn't say that it's like a bad lot. It's just kind of boring. Um, this is definitely it was a fun build to do, but I would not describe it as like my favorite build that I've ever done in my life. I definitely think the Magic Realm build that I did a couple weeks ago now was much more interesting. And then also just like apartments, um, regardless of whether they're like custom apartments or not. And then those are always fun. And then just like, I don't know. I like parks. I don't particularly care for this one. This one I think is a little bit boring just because you can't change the lot type. And yeah, um you could have like kids stuff here, but I was really trying to keep the vibe of the original, and there just wasn't anything for kids in the original. So there's not a lot for your Sims to do. Now we are actually working on landscaping. The landscaping on this lot is very manicured. It wasn't originally, but I felt like it should have been. So I have it very manicured, and I actually cut out a lot of it because it's just this. It's just me going around placing flowers and then coming back and sizing them down and making sure that they have like that they don't look like carbon copies of each other, that they look a little bit less like plastic. And so it's not exactly interesting. Anyway, so I cut it out for the most part, with the exception of this one, because it is a little bit different than the other ones. It's a U instead of a square. So that's good, but it's basically the same. So you watch that, and then I cut it all out, and now we have all of them. Now we have all of them. So this is pretty much what it looks like. It is a little bit on the rainbow side. You can't exactly tell all the way out here unless you actually looked at all of them and was like, oh yeah, this one's purple, and that one's red and orange, and this one's yellow. But if you're just like existing on this lot, I highly doubt you would notice, just because like it's only the flowers that are rainbow. It's not exactly like a pride. It doesn't scream pride, it's just rainbow. I do have a pride cafe that I will be posting, if not next week, the week after. I'm trying to pre-record a little bit for the holidays, just because it is a little bit, holidays are always a little bit chaotic. Um, but I probably should have pre-recorded for this week because this week was finals, but whatever. So we now have the terrain paint under all of the landscaping, and we're just getting some columns around. Again, it's not very lushly landscapes. Like, this is not supposed to be like jungle adventure vibes. This is supposed to be like a very, like, I would imagine that this is where the celebrities come and they like rent the whole entire lot to get married. And yeah, that's just kind of the vibes I was going for. So this is not supposed to be like a luscious green place. It's green and it's nice, but it's not, yeah. Um anyway, so if you want to add more um landscaping, that is, you totally can. I'm not going to be offended. I don't care. Um but we now have some hedging around the building. We're just getting a couple of trees around. I end up getting these. These have little lanterns, and then the ones in the front don't have the little lanterns. The ones with the lanterns, the oak trees with the lanterns, they are from the movie Hangout stuff pack. Highly recommend. It's actually kind of fun. My Sims love watching the movie Sims of the Dead. Um, that is like one of their favorites. My personal favorite is of the Sims movies. This is kind of a nerd thing, but if you watch the movies, they're kind of cute. My personal favorite is the Moonlight Massacre, the third, three. It'd be three. But that one's my favorite. It's kind of wild. There's this, I'm gonna spoil the movie for you, but it's like 30 seconds. It's really funny. Um, but anyway, so the movie, the Moonlight Massacre movie, there's a group of friends goes camping, and then one of them disappears and gets murdered by like I think it's like a rabbit, like a Sam in a rabbit costume, and then the other friends come looking for him and they also get murdered by the Sim in the rabbit costume. And then the old guy, or he's like a middle-aged man, he's like an adult. Um, he comes up and to the guy in the rabbit costume and they like celebrate the death of the other campers. And I'm like, wow, that's wild. And then it ends. So it's kind of an ambiguous ending, but it's definitely interesting. Like I definitely recommend watching if you have movie hangout. I wouldn't buy movie hangout just to watch the movies, but if you happen to have it, I highly recommend that you do. They're very entertaining. I would love to see like a full length movie about the Moonlight Massacre movie from, or it's not even a movie. It's like an hour Sims time, so it's like 45 seconds to a minute in our time, but it's kind of interesting. Um, it's yeah, anyway, I like it. It's just the right amount of scary for me. I am not a horror movie kind of person, but honestly, the just the ambiguous ending of like this man going in and being like, yeah, murder all of these campers that I'm gonna bring with me. And this random person is like, yeah, I'll do that. Like, what? Why would you? Okay, sure. Yeah, you're friends with your camper's murderer. That's really special. Anyway, I don't think I can say kill. Anyway, um if YouTube takes down this video, that's why. I'm talking about a movie in The Sims 4. Anyway, so we're working on I did the lighting for the um wedding area, and then we are working on the building itself. We've got a few windows and we're placing some doors, and then we're going to be coming inside and doing the floor plan. This actually I really like. If you can hear my cat purring, I apologize. He's having a good time just chilling. Anyway, so we are inside and we are working on the floor plan a little bit. I didn't know what to put up here, so we just sort of left it, and then I came back to it, and I still didn't know what to put up there. So, if you think of it, comment what I could have put up there. It's just like a dance floor and stuff, but anyway, so we are inside, and we are working on the floor plan. We've got the walls, and we're the rooms on either side is the bathroom and the kitchen, and then we've got the wallpaper. I like to do the wallpaper first because I feel like it gives me a direction for the room, and like a color scheme for the room. And if I didn't have that, I would feel very, very lost. These are the bathroom stalls. So your Sims do have restrooms if they need to pee. We don't want to be peeing ourselves in our wedding dress on our wedding day. That's not exactly the vibes. Um, and then this is a massive kitchen, like a massive kitchen. We've got two stoves, two ovens. They are separate. They're on top of each other, but they're separate. And then, so we've got two of those. We've got two refrigerators because, like, what if your Sims come here and then you realize, oh, my Sims don't have a wedding cake. I need to make one. So you can make one, and then even if a Sim is using this to make like mac and cheese or whatever, or grilled cheese or whatever. My cat is trying to play with my hand, and it's very inconvenient right now. I'm trying to record. Anyway, so you can come in here and you can make it, and you can make a wedding cake in here. And we have this little cabinet from Jungle Adventure. It's actually super pretty. I don't use it very much because it's so big, but we do have a fire alarm and stuff next to it. And I use it here. And then in the bathroom, we've got the sinks and paper towel dispensers because those are much more sanitary, especially in a public place, than like air dryers or like cloth towels. I know that people are like, but cloth towels kill the trees. Okay, I don't care. I would prefer to not get sick just because I used a towel in a public restroom. Maybe that's just my personal preference, but anyway, so we've got that, and then we've got a few mirrors in here and the toilets. We do get showers, so if your Sims do happen to pee themselves on their wedding day in their wedding dress, you can come in here and you have a shower to use. Very useful. Those are from the ones that I used are actually from the university pack. So if you have that, you have those. And then if you decide, or if you don't have that, you can replace them very easily with the showers from Snowy Escape because they also have open showers. And then in here is where I imagined the reception. I'm sure you could change this out and make it like an actual, you could make this an actual like wedding area. Okay. An actual wedding area. And like with an arch and everything, because there is room upstairs for the reception area. But I didn't want two. Your Sims are not exactly very smart. So I just wanted one. And then up here is the other reception area. And we've got pretty much the same stuff up here, but it's like a more private area for a reception. So if you wanted your Sims to have like a private first dance or a private last dance or something, I've heard those are really common or are becoming common. You can do that. And then we have a few seating options. So we've got this really long sectional sofa, and then over behind the camera, like on the other side of the stairs, we've got a few more tables. If you don't use this for a wedding, I don't know why you would come here, but you can always, if you like the build and you have other ideas, you can download it. It is on the gallery. My EA ID is just the same as it is here, AikaAngel. And then we have those tables, and we're getting more, what are they called? Windows, that's what they're called. Just because I did not put any initially. And I didn't really want to put too much, because like I didn't want it to lag too bad, and because it is a really big lot. Like it would take a lot of power for a computer to run this if you don't have, even if you have like a good computer, if I put like everything under the sun on this lot, then your computer would really have to work um to run this lot, and I didn't really want that because it's a nice lot, and I kind of wanted for your Sims to be able to come here and get married if you desire. Um, so we are now working on the outside, and like I mentioned, there's not a lot on this lot. Like, I have all these big open areas, but honestly, they are not very full. Um, so we've got a couple of observatories, a shit ton of chess tables, and then I think I put grills. I guess we'll find out. And like a bunch of tables and some fountains. And like that's it. Because I mean the draw of this lot is to get married. So I didn't really want to put like a lot of other things so that your Sims wouldn't be stupid and be sitting all the way across the lot if the wedding is happening, you know, where it's supposed to. And then we've got those tables. I guess I don't put those. We'll add those. We'll add the grills. And I did possibly, like, I did think about adding more easels, but I was like, I don't know. I've already got two. So it's like, should I add more? Because then, like, your Sims are going to be doing random stuff. And I don't know if that's really like why you want that. Like then you've got to like search the whole place to find your Sims. Anyway, so I didn't end up adding more out here, but we do have like a ton of chess tables. There will be no shortage of chess tables on this lot if you decide to come here. And then we like I mentioned, we do have a couple of observatories, and I think I add grills. But if I don't, we will add them. I think that would be very useful personally. So we have so we have more lights. Lights are very good, very useful. And then we are coming to the end of the speed build, so we will jump back into the game and I will give you a tour. It can be a little hard to see. So this is the lot. It's very sparsely, I was gonna say foliaged. That's not a word. Landscaped, but honestly, I don't mind it. I feel like it kind of fits the area. Maybe not that, but the rest of the area. Anyway, you come in. These are just decorative since your Sims don't actually live here, like formally. And this neighborhood you can't live in. These are just decorative. But you come around, there's this fountain. We're actually gonna wait to go to the inside. Wild. Okay, so then you come in here, there's two chess tables. There's a shit ton of chess tables, like I mentioned. There's two chess tables, and then over here we've got two more chess tables and an observatory. And then, because like when else are you gonna use an observatory? You know what I mean? Then we've got two more chess tables and two more picnic tables. I might actually add a grill to this one. There. Now your Sims can grill. And then maybe this one too. There we go. And then over here we've got that like wedding arch area. So your Sims can come here and get married. Over here is just the same as the other one. Same over here. And then in here is just the same as the one across the way. Actually, now that I think about it, I might add an easel because it might be cute if you can time it right to have an easel, so that your Sims can maybe get like a painting of their wedding. That would be really cute. Anyway, that should be good. And then, so we've got that now. Then if we come, you can come in the back or you can come in the front. Front is right up here. In here, We have a very plain hallway, but I didn't really want to add too much so that it wouldn't like lag on, or it wouldn't lag too bad because this is a pretty big plot. In here are the bathrooms. We've got a couple of lockers, some sinks, trash cans, you know. And then in here, we've got kind of like a powder room sort of thing. You can stand in your wedding dress with your bridesmaids or whatever. Um, you can put your makeup on. And then in here, we actually have 4 showers and 4 toilets. So if your Sims happen to pee themselves, there are those, so they aren't stinking up the wedding. In here, is the kitchen, so you can make your wedding cake in here should you desire. Oh, we should probably get like I didn't even think about it, but we should probably get like a computer so that your Sims can order one if you have wedding stories. All right, there we go. So now we have a computer so you can order one should you have wedding stories and you want to. In here is kind of like the reception area. I didn't put like a, I'm sorry, my cat is trying to get on the rocking chair and it's not working very well for him. Um, but there's no like specific table for the like wedding couple. It's just like a few tables, some chairs, and a bar. And then a dance floor as well. There is a little speaker over here so your Sims can dance. And then up here is kind of where I imagined the like formal reception, or the not the formal reception, the like private reception. Some people do that, where you have like a private first dance or a private last dance or something while people are filling into the reception area. We have few like music making things. There's no speakers up here because I felt like if someone's playing the piano, you're gonna dance to the piano or the violin or whatever. You're not really gonna want speakers playing as well. There's 2 more easels. Just I felt like kind of the same thing as down here. Like if your Sims want, or if you want, you can hopefully get a painting of your Sims doing like a dance or something. And then there's some more tables over here. Don't know really why you would use those, but they're there in case you want them. Also, it's really empty without them. But that is the full build. I didn't put anything on the like balconies, patio spaces because it is not exactly, I don't know. I didn't know what to put up there other than like another chess table or like more easels. Because I didn't really want like yoga or like knitting or flower arranging or anything like that. So, and then like electronics break in the rain, so I didn't want that. So I didn't know what to put out there, so I just left them empty. If you want to put something out there, I'm sure you could. But yeah, so that's the whole build. This is available. It should be available. Let's see. I will put this on the gallery for you guys. It'll just be San Myshuno's park. And my gallery ID is just the same as it is here, AikaAngel. And then, so it should be up for you guys in case you want to download it. And if you like this video, if you could like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot. And I will see all of you on Sunday.